So preparing for on-campus interview. On-campus interview is very different from the phone interview. So on-campus interview is not a single interview. It is a collection of events. There can be interview with the committee member, search committee member. There will be interview with the department chair, interview with the dean, and that is very important one. Then you can have a session with the other faculty members of the department, one session with the students. The session with grad student and undergrad students can be different too. There will be a teaching demo. You have to take a class. Also, there will be a job talk. Job talk is a very important one. So this is research presentation. Sometimes they will say research presentation. This is not only presenting your research. There is a bit more than research in job talk. We will have another module for explaining the concept of job talk and how to prepare for that. The duration of the on-campus interview can be one full day or 1.5 days or 2 days. So prepare for interview questions as you did for phone interview. Also review notes from the phone interview. Prepare the questions you will ask. So prepare the questions that you have to answer. Also prepare the questions that you will ask. Both of them are important. Prepare and practice teaching demo. So basically preparing the slides and the class materials for a demo class. Prepare and practice research demo or the job talk. There might be a student session. Prepare for that. Bring printed copies of your application documents. Dress well, be formal, be confident. Get well equipped. Bring your own markers, slide clickers, laser pointer, water bottle, snacks, and other things. Some important tips: keep backups of your slides in the pen drive, cloud drive, and email. So bring the soft copy of your slides in the pen drive. Also you can bring one as a backup. Also keep the backup in your cloud drives, for example OneDrive or Dropbox or Google Drive. Also keep a copy in the email, so anyways you don't miss those. Before interview day, you should sleep very well. In the morning you should eat well, have a very good breakfast, because it will be a long day and you might not have enough time to have lunch. Sometimes you'll be in a hurry, so have a very good breakfast. Carry water bottle and the snacks in your bag, so once you're thirsty, so you can just get some sip, especially before and after talk, or in the middle you may fumble, so you should have some water bottle with you. And keep snacks just in case you were to hurry at the end of the day, you are so too hungry at the end of the day, so then you can get some energy. So for the snacks you should carry something that boosts your energy, maybe the protein bar or something like that. There will be interview with each committee, chair, dean, faculty members, grad students, undergraduate students, and etc. There can be some tours as well, for example the lab tours, tour to the department labs, university tour, just introduction to introduce to different departments and the buildings of the university. Also there can be tour to the town, so give you an impression what is the living of this town, you like to live in this town, what is the housing cost, and so on and so forth. Do research on all faculty members from department website. Know all faculty members name, image, and research areas. So it's better you read some papers of them too and print out the information. So you carry it. If you see somebody, if you forget, just look at and remember the name and face. Also, you know who is the department chair, who is the dean, what is the name, and their faces. Few other tips: be careful, all conversations are part of your interview. It starts from the airport and end at the airport. So prepare your conversation for a whole day. Decide what to discuss during breakfast time, lunch, dinner, and even in the car. So basically, once you meet somebody, from then your interview starts. It doesn't matter he is a part of the search committee member or dean or chair. Everybody will be your interviewer. All right. So if somebody comes to uh, um, get you at the airport, so in that case, from right then your interview starts. So whenever you start to talk, always start with greeting, and with greeting, and be very polite and formal and friendly. Be very welcoming. And also you need to be very careful. So whatever you talk, uh, don't say anything negative, and try to keep it within your job interest. So whether you talk into the car or the dinner or the lunch, you should have and plan. So what type of topic you will discuss with. Not necessarily always we have to talk about that job position. If you discuss something else, also you should be prepared about what will be your living and how you can interconnect with your job. Talk and always keep in the topic related to the job, school, department, teaching, research, etc. Do not discuss off-topic things. They may talk, you will just listen. Be a good listener. So avoid any talk about politics or criticizing something or somebody. Always be positive, jolly, and welcoming. Avoid all negative comments, issues. No discussion about politics. Everybody is your interviewer, whether he is included in the interview committee or not. Make sure about detailed schedule. Ask about teaching and research demo format, time, classroom, and multimedia setup. Who will be the audience and how many, the size of audience, how to park, where to park, how to get the parking sticker, also get the hotel information, the rental car. Sometimes they provide, sometimes they don't. If they don't provide, then what will be the way of communication? Make it clear before you arrive there. Where to meet and when to meet. So get all the details of the schedule. In general they will provide, but sometimes because of miscommunication those can be missing. So before you arrive, make sure all of this in detail. Carry the schedule, so print it out with a backup copy. Carry a map of the campus, so you know so if suppose you have a job talk a different building, meeting with dean in another building, just a teaching demo in another building, so you know where to go. You have the map, so you can go there at due time. Otherwise if you delay, that is a very bad impression. And the information about the faculty members you should also carry uh, that with you beside the schedule on campus. So once you see any faculty members or dean and chair, so you can call by name, and that actually leaves very good impression on them. Keep backup copies as well, so it is very easy to miss them when you're talking. Somehow you drop that page somewhere, and schedule can be very tight. so you have to be very busy, and so if something is missing, then uh, it will be very hectic. So you may miss some schedule, and missing only one schedule can be very bad, and it can be bad enough. Some interviewers or students can be aggressive. Do not react negatively. It is common, it can happen. So somebody can be, sometimes they especially from the senior professors, they can push you to just test you. Other times, naturally, some people can be a bit aggressive, especially the grad students can be terrible. They can uh, because there is a thing, you are just graduating and still you are not yeah, you did not complete, right? So you're on the same page with the other graduate students. So maybe you're getting degree within 3 years and 4 years. Some other graduate students, maybe he is there doing PhD for 7 8 years, or maybe he was a professor in some other country, come back and doing PhD here. So there can be those things. So graduate students will test your knowledge, especially if they are doing research in your same area. Then they will be testing you, and you have to be prepared for that, and you have to handle the situation very wisely. Never be negative. Basically, prepare for the same questions as you did for phone interview. So interview questions will be very similar as you did for the phone interview. However, so the questions you'll ask this time, uh, uh, this time you'll ask more detailed questions, and you will ask some about some other topics as well, and that is very important to ask. So for example, you need to ask about the startup fund. You should have a prior idea. So how much fund they will provide? So they will provide graduate student funding as well or not? Will they give you money to buy your equipments or not? So TA and RA. So ask the department, do they provide TA support or RA support, especially for the new employees. Department's long-term plans. So what is the plan for the department if they have after 5 years? So they're trying to focus on research or teaching, they're trying to enroll more students. So what's the department plans and in which direction? Tenure and promotion procedures and requirements, good to know. So in general, tenure takes 5-6 years. So ask them, so what is the procedure of tenure? So if it is teaching university in general, if you teach the classes regularly and well, that is enough. For research university, there can be different requirements. So if there is only master's students, maybe only a couple of journal papers will be enough. If you have the PhD students and probably the heavy load research university, in that case you have to bring the fund. So some university they require bringing 100k grant within first 5 years. Some other universities 700k grants in first 5 years. So depending on the rank of university and their research load, uh, those requirements will vary. Also ask about the family life, living facilities in the town. So if you're moving with your family and kids, ask about the daycare, ask about the schooling. Do school provide any benefit for the families? What type of benefits those are? What type of developmental services are expected in the first year of job? So the faculty position, a full-time faculty, yes, they have four responsibilities in general. One is teaching, research, then service to the department, and the service to the university or professional development. So mainly broadly three areas: service to the you can say the official services, teaching, and research. So ask the load distribution and also what, yeah, they're expecting from you in the first year or also the first 5 years, so on and so forth. Do not ask about salary. It should not be an issue, but traditionally it is awkward to ask. Do not show too much interest in the research if it is a teaching position or if there is no PhD, only few graduate students. So interview preparation, so that's more or less that is the format, and those are the topics you need to cover and need to prepare before the interview. But after interview you need to take some notes as well. So immediately take down the questions they asked. Well, after interview you can be very tiring because maybe after a whole day at you have to fly back at the evening. So whenever you get time in the airport or on the plane or in the hotel, if you come back, note down the mistakes and possible correct answers. So that's how you will be prepared for your next interview. So send thank you email to each interviewer within 24 hours and don't do it late. So once you go back home or hotel, so the next day or maybe at night, send the thank you email to everybody you ever met. Do not forget to save all receipts and bills. So for the as a student it is very important, so yeah, save all the bills. Do not forget any bills so you can get the reimbursement.